Today, we honor the curious minds that challenge the status quo, break barriers, and explore the unknown to unlock new opportunities. To ignite real change, let's embrace the spark of this moment. Hello, everyone. I'm Meenal Singh, and I extend a very warm welcome to all our incredible innovators to the elimination rounds of T.U.P Season X. Get ready to unleash your spark factor in this intense battle of brilliance because securing a win here is the ticket to the semi-finals of one of the most prestigious B school competitions in the country, the Ultimate Pitch Season X. So let's get started. At Reliance, we thrive on fresh ideas and innovation. It's deeply embedded in our core, shaping every aspect of our businesses and social initiatives. The ultimate pitch was conceived with this exact spirit, serving as a platform for curious, pioneering minds eager to showcase their next big spark. Now, in our 10th season, TUP has evolved into an unparalleled journey. Continuing the decade long legacy, we flagged off the competition physically in the top 20 B schools across the country. At each of these institutes, we were met with enthralling audiences. The insightful sessions led by our visionary leaders truly sparked curiosity and creativity. But that was just the beginning. We've expanded our reach, connecting with thousands of students through digital platforms and virtual events, sparking this competition into a pan India celebration of bold ideas and innovation. Now, it's with great excitement that I invite you to experience the magic of our campus launches and the highlights of a pan India virtual launch with this video. Wow, what an incredible response TUP Season X has received this year. Over 22,800 registrations, with more than 1,900 idea submissions, with more than 1 crore website impressions, and 1,500 social media reach. The launch of TUP Season X was a huge success. And now we move on to the elimination rounds. A huge thank you to everyone for making this such a remarkable launch. TUP Season X kicked off with a bang. Innovators from across the country registered to showcase their spark factor and compete for the ultimate glory. Each idea was bold, visionary, and aimed at tackling real world challenges. Our evaluators worked tirelessly to ensure no submissions went unnoticed, carefully selecting those that had the X factor and that extra spark over the others. Those exceptional teams with remarkable ideas have qualified for the elimination round of this ultimate competition. A big congratulations to all the teams advancing to the elimination rounds of TUP Season X. Kudos to each one of you for bringing your X factor and your spark factor in this competition. Let's now do a quick rundown of what's expected to happen in this elimination round. I shall be calling out the team's name. We'll play their 3-minute video on screen. Then the teams will get 3 minutes to pitch their idea to the jury. This will be followed by a quick 4 minutes question and answer round. We request the teams to keep an eye out on the timer. Also, post each team's presentation, we'll have the jury take a minute to score the teams individually before we move to the next team. Now, as you know, the winning formula, you'll be judged on 5 parameters. Your idea should be futuristic, should solve a real world problem or a need, should challenge conventional wisdom, should be practical and scalable, and should definitely have a strong business case. So, what's in it for the winners? For the ultimate champions of the season, the national winners will take home a grand cash prize. And that's not all. We are thrilled to announce more rewards this year. Elimination round winners and runners up will receive 50,000 and 25,000 respectively, along with very cool TUP merchandise. National finalists will be mentored by CXOs of Reliance startups, helping you ignite your spark factor even further. Additionally, all national finalists and select semi-finalists will stand a chance to win pre-placement interview opportunities with Reliance. So you might be wondering what's new this season, right? National finalists and select semi-finalists will have the ultimate opportunity to engage in self-reflection and enhance their skills through a new stage, which is called as Level Up. So get ready, bring your A game, and give it everything you've got. But hold on, what's a competition without a stellar jury? With that, we are thrilled to have some of the brightest minds from Reliance with us today. They'll be closely assessing your presentations, evaluate your ideas, and will also provide you inputs at the end of your presentations. I'm so thrilled to introduce our esteemed jury for this elimination round, Mr. Vamsi Jasti, Head of Energy Plantation at Reliance Bioenergy Limited, and Mr. Vaibhav Arora, Senior General Manager, Project Contracts Team at Reliance. And with that, let's get started. I would now like to call upon our very first team for the cause from SC Machadi, Pune.
Hello everyone. Plastic के बारे में तो आप लोगों ने सुना ही होगा. But do you know that the world annually produces 57 million tons of plastic? और इसमें से 10 million ton तो अपने इंडिया का ही है.
और इस सब वेस्ट में पैड डिस्पोजल शीट्स आर अ सिग्निफिकेंट कंट्रीब्यूटर. So we present before you our product Surreal, an effort towards a cleaner today and tomorrow.
Surreal, a 100% biodegradable disposable sheet which is made from bagasse, cornstarch and PLA. It can be break down into non-harmful particles that will degrade naturally. It is leak proof. और आपको मुद्दे की बात पता है? It can be made affordable also.
The opportunity for Surreal is immense. India alone has 121 million menstruators and this number is only going to go up. और इसमें से अगर हम 10% मार्केट भी कैप्चर करते हैं तो that would translate into millions of users. आपका रिएक्शन भी कुछ ऐसा ही रहा होगा.
हम सब जानते हैं डिमांड के बिना सप्लाई कुछ भी नहीं है. So we conducted a primary research in our city, and believe me, majority of the participants in our survey were actually willing to try out a pad disposal sheet, which is environment friendly and which is affordable for the pocket. We currently plan to launch our product in 3 SKUs for XL Plus, XXL Plus, and XXL Plus. अब MBAs है तो सोच तो बड़ी होगी. So we have prepared a plan to scale this business further. ऐसे that we have decided to expand this product line into diaper disposal sheets for old age people and babies.
As you know, everybody is facing a climate crisis and we are planning to move towards a sustainable future. So, with these sheets, we plan to help the women around us and then expand globally. So, with your expertise, investment and our idea, let us join our hands because Surreal है तो मुमकिन है.
Our product Surreal, a biodegradable pad disposal sheet, is here to tackle the solution of plastic waste in the pad disposal market. The Indian sanitary napkin market alone is valued at 6,400 crore, and if 1/10 of this market adopts disposal sheets, it represents a substantial 640 crore market cap. To understand the consumer habits and pain points, we surveyed 45 participants on the disposal methods, challenges faced in disposal while traveling, awareness of disposal sheets, and reasons for not using them. The key findings were that more than 75% still rely on polythene or trash for disposal, and over 73% rated disposal challenges while traveling as moderate to high, and almost half of them were unaware of disposal sheets. Our field research highlighted real experiences such as those of Drishti and Soumya, shown on the bottom left corner, who expressed the need for a more sustainable and convenient solution. Surreal is designed to meet this demand.
Our product Surreal, a pad disposable sheet, is made from the combination of bagasse, cornstarch, and PLA. The USPs are it is affordable, biodegradable, leak-proof, odor-proof, travel-friendly, and also aligns with our Swachh Bharat Mission Abhiyan catering hygienity. We are launching it in 3 SKUs, XXL Plus, XXL Plus, and XL Plus. Surreal also aligns with the objectives of the ultimate pitch, that it is scalable and practical, which we'll see in ongoing slides. It challenges the conventional wisdom of disposing seeds. It has a strong case in sustainability area. Also, it is futuristic and a real-world problem solving. We did competitive analysis where we found that there are a few firms which are doing a similar kind of product but does not cater all the needs, whereas Surreal stands out and positions itself in the top corner.
We all know that digital marketing campaigns are a trending marketing tool to spread awareness. So we propose our campaign, #SwachhSari. This campaign focuses on raising awareness about using eco-friendly hygienic products. Now to market and launch our product, we have divided our target segments into 3 categories. The first one is eco-conscious women in the tier 1 cities. We'll be launching this product in the phase one because there is an established awareness about menstrual hygiene there. Our marketing strategies include social media campaigns, influencer marketing, and quick commerce tie-ups, etc. The second segment is emerging awareness women in the tier 2 cities. We have launched this product in the phase 2 because in tier 2 cities, people are generally influenced by the consumer behavior and patterns set in tier 1 cities. Our marketing strategies include providing regional content and local retail partnerships. And third is newly adopting women in the rural areas. This will be launched in phase three because there's less awareness of eco-friendly hygiene products here, and people are more price sensitive. Here we'll be tying up with NGOs, government initiatives, and provide free trials.
Yep.
So after successful completion of pad disposable market, we would enter new verticals where we introduce biodegradable diapers for elderly people and kids. We would collaborate with hospitals and maternity centers to increase awareness. We would be using similar marketing techniques that we talked about earlier, but in an adaptive manner to scale our business to new heights and in mass markets. We have the projected revenue to be 6.85 crores, setup cost to 13.2 crores, operating cost 3.65 crores, and we expect a break even in 2 years.
So, I've gone through the details and the financial
Yeah.
statements and all. I have, a couple of
Hi, team.
questions. So, have you?
We just would like to know how you have arrived at the profitability figures, which is actually giving a payback period of 2 years. Can you just explain a bit more on that?
Sir, just give me a second, please. Can we? Yeah. So we have considered the lower cost and the upper limit cost that might be applicable for a particular ingredient that we are using. So we have taken the upper limit cost and the lower limit cost, and for which after we are calculating the overall cost of each ingredient in lower limit, middle limit, and upper limit. So if the total is divided by the number of sheets that we would be getting, that comes out to be 1.42 for lower limit, middle limit is 1.97, and 2.08 for the upper limit. That is when we are starting off with the new business, but with economies of scale we can reduce our cost to 1.42, which is very low. And we are seeing that the competitors are selling around 125 to 130, and we are also looking forward to selling at that price point only. So we are keeping our selling price to 2.7 per sheet, which brings out the profitability in the initial days to 0.62. And as we move to economies of scale, we would get around 1.28 as the profit. And as we calculate the revenue on month basis, we have taken a growth rate of 22.5% for the first 6 months. And after those 6 months, from 7 to 12 months, we are taking a uh, increase of around 12.5%. So that is how we have come to a conclusion of approximately 2 years for being break even and start generating profit after that.
Okay. So, what about, see, I just couldn't understand from the page. What is your USP? Is it a hygiene product that is green, or is it at a low price?
The
So, what is that one stuff on which you would like to sell your?
yeah. So when we did the competitive analysis, so there are certain brands which are catering into this segment, but our main USP would be affordability because the other brands which provide sheets are comparatively at a higher rate, and also they use integrants that are apart other from us, which are not very costly. Here we are using three simple integrants, that is bagasse, cornstarch, and PLA. Bagasse, as we have did market research, it's very cheap, and the main ingredient of our product is bagasse. So the USP would be affordability.
So, who will be your, who do you think, if bagasse is your key ingredient, who
Hmm.
do you think will be your real competitors? Is it the other pad providers, or is it some other industry where bagasse is the key raw material?
Yeah, there could be other competitors also, as it comes from the sugarcane. So all the industries catering to the sugarcane byproducts would be our competitors. But yeah, this is a segment which we are targeting to. So Going into the first point or the first come basis, we can cater this product on a scalable basis.
Okay. Thank you. Vaibhav, over to you.
Yeah. So yes, Vamsi, you have rightly covered the risk, which I was also thinking that bagasse is one of the key ingredients for other industries also. Like we are now pushing for E20 blending. So of course, the focus will be on this diversion of bagasse to that industry. So how you are going to take care of that? That was my first question. Second is that in your cost analysis, you have taken the cost of entire construction, but you need to also see the concept of amortization that is missing in that. And other one is that you are targeting B2C. Why not target B2B? The companies who are selling those pads, why not tie up with them so that they sell your product as in the same packaging? So have you considered that as well?
So, sir, yes, we are moving to a scalable business where we are planning to introduce diapers, biodegradable diapers for elderly people and kids. So, that is when we are planning to collaborate with hospitals and maternity centers. So, they increase awareness for our product. So, I guess that answers the question that how we are
Sir,
collaborating with hospitals and maternity centers. Yes, Pooja.
and so, as you mentioned, for B2B in the current pad disposal sheet that we are catering to, so we want to penetrate the mass market because this is a product which a large consumer base can use. And for the B2B segment, we do have a marketing strategy of bundling where we can tie up with pad such as brands such as Whisper Steffi. We can, in the beginning, we can actually like give 2 to 3 sheets as a bundle so that consumers will they will have that incentive to use that, and once they get a habit of it, menstrual cycles are never going to stop. So once it gets into their lifestyle, we are going to penetrate that market sooner.
Exactly. Right. Okay. That's all from my side.
All the best. Wish you all the best.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, team, for an incredible presentation. We'll now move forward to our next team. Our next team is Team Ideapreneurs from T.U.P.
Got a special event coming up? Let's make it perfect. Introducing Eventify, the app that makes planning your next event a breeze. Whether it's a wedding, a birthday bash, or a music festival, Eventify has got all your needs covered. First up, choose your event type. Weddings, birthdays, music, entertainment, you name it. Let's pick a birthday party. Now see all the options available. Need a DJ, food caterers, decorators, we've got them. You can filter by price, ratings, and availability. Want to know the best part? You can either plan it all yourself or hire one of our top-notch event planners in your area. Just a few taps and you're set. So, why stress over the details? Download Eventify today and make your next event unforgettable. Eventify, where planning meets ease. Ready to get started?
Hi, team, you can start your presentation.
Yeah. So, hello, and thank you for time. Thank you for your time. I'm here to introduce Eventify, a streamlined digital platform designed to transform event planning into seamless and accessible experiences. The current event planning process is fragmented, requiring customers to coordinate with multiple vendors and venues individually. High competitions and rising costs make it challenging to manage both large and small scale events efficiently, by which we have reached to this one-stop solution, Eventify. For from wedding to social events, planning day-to-day requirements, managing multiple vendors, venues, logistics, which can be a chaotic and costly processes. And Eventify simplifies this. Now let us take a look at the industry rate and climate growth. The event planning industries in India is rapidly expanding driven by increasing disposable incomes, urbanization, and a growing preference for a themed and personalized experiences. Currently, it is valued at USD of 5.23 billion in 2024, and the industry is projected to grow up to USD of 7.8 billion by 2029 at a CAGR of 8.31%. And this growth is spurred by the increasing number of social and corporate events such as wedding, birthday, etc. There is a lack of transparency and the need for a more streamlined, integrated approach, create an opportunity for a digital platform like Eventify to disrupt the traditional landscape. Now let's look at the product. Coming to the product, what's the next? Yeah. So coming to the product, Eventify seek to address these challenges by offering all in one digital platform and designed to simplify and optimize the event planning processes. And it also offers several key features like Event Manager Directory, where a comprehensive list of event managers are available with a detailed descriptions. Vendor Directory, the platform various vendor such as caterers, decorators, DJs, and photographers. And also it provides a real-time venue booking e-commerce stores where one can book real-time events. Now coming to customer segments, Fuad will take care.
Okay, coming to the customer segment, Eventify focuses on two main groups. Like one is the young adults, which has aged between 20 to 25 to 35 age group, who are like most into social events, birthday parties, engagements, and who appreciate the convenience of digital solutions for planning. Second one is the working and professionals who may also get into organizing social events and corporate gatherings and looking for reliable options to save time and effort. And concentrating on a little about the marketing, there we have preferred to go into digital marketing, mostly content and referral programs and brand partnerships. Going into the financial overview, Eventify is will take somewhere up to 45 lakhs to set up, which has a major chunk of 20 lakhs in building and maintaining the app, and 5 lakhs for onboarding vendors, and 10 lakhs for marketing, and 10 lakhs for customer support and operations. We have also calculated a bit about the break even and expansion. Eventive has a main revenue model coming from 5 to 15% commission from the bookings which has, and remaining is vendor listings, which is premium vendor listings. Yeah, we are open for questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi. Uh,
Yeah.
so it's an interesting concept that you have come up with. Can you just clarify uh, who actually will use this particular service as per you?
Currently, sir, the market, as we already mentioned, is very fragmented. Like every individual who are planning any events such as weddings, birthday parties, small events or like big events. Actually, this was inspired from the main wedding which happened right now, Anant Ambani sir and Radhika Merchant's wedding. Like that's when we got the idea like how this market is big and how fragmented it is, and that's when we wanted to explore this thing. And the main customers for us, we believe, is be the small event planners who are there in each cities. They will be ready to scale up their business, and they'll be looking to get more market share by having a good reach. I think Eventify will give a good reach there, and we can get a commission from them also, and the customers also we can get a commission. That's our revenue model.
So how do you think you will fare compared to a Facebook or an Insta, where anyone and everyone can put up their profile and attract customers with ad campaigns and all? So why should
Uh,
I, as a consumer, should get onto your platform and ditch others, or as a service provider, why should I get onto your platform and ditch my existing stuff?
this is a market where of course we can go into Facebook or another other platforms to gather thing, but we'll provide a one-stop solution for it. It will be like Ola for events. Like we can actually add everything in our cart and then we can check it out. Like we will Eventify will assign a certain manager for them, and then they will try to organize everything for the actual guest. They don't have to waste time in managing things, bringing everybody together, coordinating. That's when I believe Eventify will stand an edge over others.
It's like a Ola for the. It's like similar to Ola or Zomato in the events industry.
Right. Yeah. Vaibhav, over to you.
Yeah, but isn't this the concept of event planner? If I suppose go to Google and I search event planners in say Jamnagar, I'll get a listing of top 10 event planners. I can pay Google so that my name gets published on top of that list. And as an event planner, then for you, I'll do everything. So why should I come to your app? I'm still not clear on that part. That is point number one. And my second question is, have you done any kind of financial study that what is going to be your cost and what is going to be a business model, how you're going to come into a profitable business and in how many years.
Okay, coming to your first question, sir. Like, yes, as you said, you can go and it's an planner's job. The main motive for Eventify is to avoid the event planners. Like, we know that event planners are always concentrated towards their own. They have their preferences in DJs, catering, and all. We want customers to explore the other options, and we want customers to give a variety of it. And then we want every customer to become their own event planner, and by that they can also save some cost. Coming to your second question about the financials we have not actually much worked upon because it's an idea thing. But our basic understanding of finance here is like the major chunk will go into developing the app, which we are going to the app is going to be the standing the base for the entire business. So building that will be a major chunk which will go from our investments. And from there on there, it will be a market where we will be concentrating to capture the market share rather than getting into profitability. For first 2 years, we will be concentrated in getting the market share. As we get market share, if with economies of scale, we would go into profitability. Is what is our understanding right now.
And you said that
What is your
the main purpose of this app is to avoid going to event planner. But your pitch
Yes.
says that if I want, I can go and have event planner from your side through this app. So isn't this
No,
contradictory?
not the pitch is not say like we will go get an event planner, which says like we will get some manager who will coordinate everything for you. Eventify will be your event planner for everybody. That's what we are trying to achieve here.
Okay.
what
Thank
is
you.
your go-to market strategy?
Go to market strategy, like can you
How are you
explain
going
what
to
it is?
approach? How are you going to approach the service providers, and how are you going to approach the customers?
Yeah, before starting our business, we'll have to go extensively on vendor onboarding. We'll have to go by one, and we have to onboard every vendor by giving them some kind of incentives if they get any bookings from our events. And then we'll have to scale massively through digital marketing to reach the tech savvy 25 to 35-year young adults.
So how is what I would like to hear, if possible. What you are saying is what
Uh,
you are going to do, but how are you going to
yes.
do? Not thought through.
If I take it. I'll address this. So first thing is, first thing by I mean how to get the vendors. Anything anyway. He'll be first thing is he'll be going for profitable. So suppose let's say if he's going on a profit percentage of 10%, and he's demanding a profit like 10% is what he want. And if we are able to give a profit about 12% through our platform, then definitely he'll come to our platform, right?
Okay, right. So, good.
Also
All
we
the
are
best.
providing him a huge clientels, like he can have vast audiences. So that's a win-win situation for both of them.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you
Anything else,
so much,
Vaibhav,
team
from your side?
Ideapreneurs. So,
Thank
is there
you.
any other question?
No, that's all. Good luck to the team.
Good luck. Bye.
Thank you, Team Entrepreneurs, for an excellent presentation. Now, let's allow our jury a minute to complete scoring the teams. While they make their assessments, let us have some fun. We'll have an interesting trivia question about Reliance. All you need to do is try to guess the answers in the comment section. The first person to answer correctly gets a cool T.U.P merchandise. Ready? So, here we go. All right, so we have our winner here. Ankit, please reach out to us on our social media platforms or write it to us at support@unstop.com. Moving on, we have our next team, Team 3 Musketeers from NMIMS Mumbai.
Did you know that buildings are responsible for nearly 40% of global CO2 emissions? That's more than the entire transport sector combined. Whether it's the energy used to heat and cool buildings or the carbon intensive materials used in their construction, this is a major problem we face in our fight against climate change. Without intervention, the planet is on a course for a catastrophic 2 degrees Celsius temperature rise, bringing extreme weather, rising seas, and massive biodiversity loss. But this isn't just a warning, it's a call to action. Hence, we present to you our one-stop solution, Carbon Seal. Carbon Seal offers more than just insulation. It's a game changer. Our advanced materials like spray foam, fiberglass and cellulose will expertly be applied to create airtight seals that enhance energy efficiency and effectively trap carbon emissions. But that's not all. Every project generates carbon credits which businesses can trade or sell, turning sustainability into profitability. We're bridging the gap between environmental responsibility and economic gain. Let's have a look at this short video describing India's sustainability goals.
वर्ष 2070 तक भारत नेट जीरो का लक्ष्य हासिल करेगा.
Our solution is both straightforward and powerful. Imagine slashing energy consumption by up to 50% with each installation, reducing both energy costs and carbon footprints. Carbon Seal projects create a consistent revenue stream as businesses scramble to comply with tightening environmental regulations. And as the demand for these credits rise, our business grows. We're set to expand across real estate, manufacturing, and commercial spaces, maximizing impact and profit. The impact of Carbon Seal is immense. Our insulation technology can reduce CO2 emissions by up to 76% during heating seasons and 69% during cooling periods. We're not just helping businesses save energy, we're shaping a sustainable future, one building at a time. India alone is set to add 43 million square meters of new urban buildings by 2030, as India's thermal insulation market is projected to grow at a 7.4 CAGR, reaching INR 3,675 crore by 2028. We are positioned to lead a movement that transforms the industry and tackles climate change. Carbon Seal isn't just a product, it's a revolution in building sustainability. Join us in creating a world where buildings are part of the climate solution, not the problem. Together, we have the power to build future where innovation meets planet's needs. This is our mission and we invite you to be a part of it.
As the UN Secretary General recently said, we are on a highway to climate hell with our foot on the accelerator. Good afternoon. We are Team 3 Musketeers here to address exactly that. Carbon emissions are said to cause a 2 degrees Celsius temperature rise by 2050, with sea levels up to 21% in the last 2 decades, extreme weather conditions, and biodiversity loss. Manufacturing sector alone, including steel, cement, and construction industries, contributes 623 million tons of CO2 every year. This creates an opportunity and a necessity for the market to go more sustainable. With a CAGR of 7.4%, there is a rising demand and innovation for bio-based materials and government regulations that will help in adapting to sustainable practices better. Next.
Now moving on to our core business and USP. At Carbon Seal, we offer eco-friendly insulation solutions for offices, homes, malls, and industrial spaces. Our thick mycelium panels, made from natural biodegradable materials, can be mounted on walls, ceilings, and it replaces traditional and harmful options. The key benefit of mycelium is that it reduces carbon emissions by improving energy efficiency. With an R value of R3 to R4 per inch, it traps air pockets, cutting down heat transfer. What sets us apart is our unwavering focus on sustainability. Our panels deliver top tier insulation while helping to create a more energy efficient and environmentally friendly future.
Okay, now moving on to our business model, we plan to collaborate with various stakeholders to build large scale eco friendly infrastructure and residential projects. Collaborate on government initiatives to enhance energy efficiency and support sustainable construction practices. Our revenue streams come from direct product sales of insulation materials, consultation services, where we offer expertise in sustainable building and energy efficient construction and maintenance and training services. We reach our customers to direct sale team that target large construction projects, distributions via authorized dealers and retailers.
Looking at the cost breakup of our solution using mycelium based materials, our calculations cover the manufacturing and production expenses, which include materials like cardboard substrate, mycelium, and adhesives, as well as labor for installation. The total variable cost stands at rupees 5,771 per square meter. Moving on to fixed cost, we have key equipment and facility rentals, bringing initial setup expenses in year one to around 7.6 million rupees, followed by rupees 4.2 million annually from year two onwards. Thank you.
Okay. Uh, so I saw somewhere that you will be procuring agri residue kind of stuff. So what's the purpose of that?
So we are
Uh,
going to
so
use
basically, with
biodegradable.
So
Go
basically,
ahead.
with our solution, what we are trying to do is going completely biodegradable with the offerings that we are providing. So here we are introducing a product known as mycelium, which is basically made out of fungi. So using agri waste, which is readily available, we can actually make mycelium, which is kind of the root structure of mushroom, and it has excellent carbon segregation qualities. It helps us to use it as a very good insulator when it comes to thermal insulation and carbon insulation as well.
Okay, so I just can you just explain us the product mycelium? What is its composition? Is it a organic product or it is a inorganic one? What is it? What are the key components of that?
It's a completely organic product. When we talk about fungi, so the root structure, the entire network system that exists underneath the soil. So basically, the entire root structure is where we find mycelium. So it is of course, after processing and sterilization, the complete product can be used to create the insulation layers and boards and bricks. But the main structure lies within fungi and mushroom.
I'm not yet clear how that would actually help in insulation. Can
So
you
these are basically panels that can be mounted on walls and ceiling. What it will do is it will basically trap the carbon emission, carbon equivalent gases like carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide, and it will not allow carbon gases to go out in the environment. It will basically reduce the carbon footprint that a particular office or a particular industry is creating, and it will basically help in future for companies to gain carbon credit when it will be applicable in India for carbon trading. Also,
okay,
it will help
right,
environment and yeah.
fine. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, so is this applied as a spray or are these prefabricated sheets?
These are basically sheets that can be cutted and mounted based on the area, whatever we have. We can give it
So
any
why do I
dimension.
see spray application in your video?
Yeah, it the spray application will be applied on the corners to cover the seal part. So it is there with us, but it is not the main product because when it comes to corners and edges, we need to use spray there.
Okay,
So
and
the main product is
but
about sheet.
there are many companies in India which are already into insulation business. So why do you feel they have not ventured into this kind of business so far?
So the first thing is that mycelium is a biodegradable product. When it comes to the second traditional material that we have, uh, currently in India we have polystyrene sheets available, which is basically thermocol. It provides us heat insulation, but it is not going to trap the carbon in it. So it is what you can say. It is not environmental friendly. It is cheap, but it is not going to solve the issue of the environment.
Because the manufacturing of
Isn't
polyester itself uses energy and is not completely, natural or is not completely environment friendly.
and have you
What's the
discussed with
price?
any of the builders why they are not providing these kind of installations presently in any of their buildings, be it office buildings or the residential complexes? Because generally in
So,
India, this is a new concept for us, to go for this kind of insulation. So why we are not doing it right now?
So
And why
the
will
thing
I
is,
be, enticed to do it in next 2 3 years?
So the
so
cost
So, sir,
implication.
the major incentive that we want to show to people is that we are going not only carbon negative, but also later they can trade it for carbon credit. So, this is how we want to position it, so they can see a future prospect in it and not just a CSR or a ESG thing that they are doing as a mandatory.
What is a price variation between a traditional insulation products and the product that you are proposing?
So the prices range from around 100 per square meter. They go up to approximately around 1,000. What we are offering, it costs much higher than that. It is around about eight eight 8,000 per square meter. So the cost implication is more, but again, the benefits, the long term benefits that we offer, the material that we're using, they offer a long term benefit. So we plan on covering the cost in that sense.
Okay.
And
Right.
not only environmental but also monetary benefit.
So the only reason why companies would opt for this is because it is going to solve two issues: heat insulation plus carbon insulation, both at the same time.
ठीक है.
and also
Fine.
because of the carbon trading system that is going to come in India in the next couple of years.
Okay. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Team Three Musketeers, for an insightful presentation. Moving on, we are now ready for our fourth team, Team Mavericks from SIBM Pune.
The name of our idea is Vision Reach, Restoring Sight, Empowering Lives, a three-phase approach to combat cataract blindness.
Imagine a small village in rural India. There, Sita Devi, a 62-year-old grandmother, sits by her doorstep, unable to see the faces of her grandchildren. What began as a slight blur in her vision years ago has now turned into total blindness due to cataracts, a condition that impacts over 12 million people across India, especially in rural communities. This is not just Sita Devi's story, it's the reality for millions of people in undeserved areas across the country. Cataracts are responsible for nearly 66% of all blindness cases, making them the leading cause of blindness in India.
India's cataract surgical rate, or CSR, is about 6,000 surgeries per million people per year. Although this is a remarkable achievement, rural India falls significantly behind due to a shortage of surgical facilities and trained ophthalmologists. Our solution to this crisis is threefold, focusing on awareness and early diagnosis, telemedicine for consultation, and mobile cataract surgery units. To address the awareness and diagnosis gap, we will leverage technology through an AI powered mobile application. By equipping Ayushman Bharat health and wellness centers and primary health centers with smartphones, we can enable healthcare workers to conduct cataract screenings during routine health visits.
Even with diagnosis, many rural patients are not able to access specialist care due to the distribution of optometrists. Currently, 70% of India's optometrists are based in urban areas, making it difficult for rural residents to consult a specialist. To address this, we will establish a telemedicine platform that connects patients with urban based optometrists. By integrating telemedicine into PHCs, health and wellness clinics, and mobile health units, rural patients can now receive expert consultations and treatment plans without the burden of long distance travel. Even with diagnosis, care workers on the ground will be trained to support these teleconsultations, helping patients through the technology, explaining specialist recommendations, and managing follow ups. This platform will help bridge the urban rural gap, delivering quality specialist care directly to patients where they live, thus expanding access and ensuring consistent monitoring. For patients who require surgery, we'll deploy mobile cataract surgery units. These units will be fully equipped with surgical instruments and staffed by trained surgical teams who rotate between high need areas.
The benefits of this model are far reaching. By implementing AI driven mobile screenings, we can greatly enhance early diagnostic rates, reducing undiagnosed cases by up to 40% in rural India. A telemedicine network will link patients with specialists, closing the accessibility gap and ensuring that treatment plans and expert care are available to all, not just those in urban centers. Finally, mobile cataract surgery units will offer life-changing treatment directly within rural communities, addressing the immense backlog and reducing the nearly 2 million untreated cases added annually. This solution has the power to transform lives, restore vision, and return independence and productivity to millions across India. It's a cost effective, sustainable approach that will reshape the future of cataract care and empower entire communities to look forward to a brighter, clearer future.
Start.
Good afternoon, everyone. Esteemed judges, we are Team Mavericks, and today we proudly present our solution for Reliance T.U.P. Taking a moment here, I would briefly introduce my team, consisting of myself, Shusnato Sengupta, and my teammates Zainab Masood, Daksh Chaturvedi, and Oshu. India faces a silent epidemic, cataracts. The crisis is even more severe in rural areas, where 70% of the population lacks access to diagnosis and treatment. Addressing cataract related blindness in rural India is not a one man job. It demands a collaborative effort from key stakeholders. Internally, founders and management will steer strategic planning to ensure effective execution, while healthcare workers will be critical in implementing the AI based diagnosis tool. Our technology team will develop and maintain the telemedicine platform, connecting rural patients with expert care. Externally, government bodies like Ayushman Bharat will provide regulatory and funding support, while rural communities, the primary beneficiaries, will gain access to diagnosis, telemedicine, and surgery.
Now let's look at how Vision Reach's unique value stands out against the already existing big names in the cataract industry. Unlike traditional diagnostic methods that rely on physical infrastructure, our app allows local healthcare workers to perform screenings on site. This means early detection even in the most remote areas. Where other models lack consistent telemedicine integration, our module reduces travel burdens and allow for faster personalized treatment plans. It brings fully equipped mobile units to rural communities instead of hospital-based surgeries. Now, talking about affordable pricing model, while competitors often charge between 1,500 to 3,000, our offer services starts at as low as 700 for cataract surgeries.
The use of AI is pertinent to us solving the problem of cataract in India. It begins with the image acquisition, where images of the eye's interior parts are captured using the techniques like slit lamp photography and optical coherence tomography. Reprocessing the images involves noise reduction, normalization, and segmentation to prepare the images for analysis. The feature extraction would use a CNN, which is a neural network, which identifies the key features such as the texture, opacity, and abnormalities within the density and shape of the cataract. Training the model Training the model uses the label data and deep learning with supervised learning for accurate detection. Severity grading allows for the model to assess the cataract severity by grading cloudiness in the lenses. And deployment extends this model into mobile apps, hospitalization integrations, and telemedicine, making the diagnosis more accessible.
Coming to our roadmap, follow a structured six phase strategy. The phase one is setup and pilot will take around 3 to 6 months, focusing on developing the app and training the healthcare workers. The phase two will be about awareness campaign, which will run for around 2 to 3 months, with 50 lakh to 1 crore allocated towards education materials and partnership with health centers. Phase three will invest around 1 to 1.5 crore to develop a robust telemedicine platform, train rural workers, and set up stations in primary healthcare centers. In phase four, mobile surgery units will roll out over 6 to 9 months. In phase five, we'll be doing the scale up, which will require around 5 to 10 crores. And finally, in phase six, the data collection and analysis will be an ongoing process. With this clear roadmap, we'll ensure we address cataract blindness holistically, leveraging technology, healthcare infrastructure, and partnerships to restore vision and independence to millions.
Okay, so I liked your idea, but I just would like to understand what actually is the solution, in the sense that can someone click a photograph of his eyes and shares it, or will there be a telephonic consultation through which you will the optometrist will see and analyze what is it? I just couldn't
Yes,
understand.
sir.
I
So the
just
basic solution is to help with the diagnosis, for which the basic least requirement that we have is a 8 megapixel camera, and anybody with that camera, which would be ideally a healthcare professional, would be able to click a photo and get an immediate diagnosis through the models that we have run and the app that we have created. So that is the basic model.
And
So
so
it is
the next phase
the picture will
in the
be
next phase, sir, the telemedicine would come up in the next phase after the diagnosis. The first part would be the app, which is AI driven. Post that, if the patient needs further diagnosis, we'll connect with a doctor via our telemedicine platform. And further on, the plan is to develop a mobile cataract surgery units, which would handle the third part of the solution.
But basically, we will click a photo and the photo would be analyzed. So it's like Google Lens and any overlay which would be working on the photo.
So the rural healthcare worker or urban healthcare worker will click the photo of the eye of the patient and then uploads it onto a platform which will give him the initial diagnosis. Am I right?
Yes.
So have you done any of this particular piece, or is it at just a conceptual stage at the moment, or where are you now?
I am currently pursuing my MBA, and when I was in my undergrad, I had worked on something very similar, but not exactly this. So it was detecting breast cancer, and we had many mammograms through which we would train the models and then run this. So I feel like this is an easily translatable problem. So as of now, it's only conceptual, but we are very well aware of the practicality of it, technically.
Okay, so there are quite a few challenges, like what will be the miss rate, in the sense like positive, 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 negative, and negative, positive. So that sort of stuff we have not yet done.
So the false positive and the false negative definitely would be a challenge that would be posed. But the accuracy rate of the model which I had run earlier on the mammograms was nearly 90%. So we would go on to work from there, and it is just to help the diagnosis. And any step that would be taken further would definitely be a further professional medical step that would be taken.
So the 700 rupees that you have mentioned as a cost of, is it the cost of surgery, or is it the cost of diagnosis, end-to-end diagnosis?
Yes, sir. So initially, I think we'd be going for a free trial wherein with time we'll be charging around 50 rupees for the initial diagnosis. We would want to, especially for the rural poor, would want to provide subsidized surgery rates that would be costing around 700 in tie-up with our government healthcare institutions, perhaps also NGOs such as non-governmental organizations such as Red Cross International. So that is the initial plan for us.
So 700, with 700 rupees we can do a cataract operation. Is that what you are saying in simple words? Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think currently, as we provided in our competitive benchmarking, that there are companies providing that around in around 1,200 to 1,500 rupees. We are going for a more price conscious approach, and we'll be doing that in around 700, especially for the rural poor.
Secondly, sir, I would like to add that we would like to do it at a scale which is not still being done in most parts of India, and a lot of India is still underrepresented a lot. So when we're doing it at scale, I think costs can be lowered down. Plus, we'll be doing it in a more bulk kind of stage in which there will be some kind of surveys that will be going on to understand the kind of populations that are hit by cataract, and then we'll be doing it in a bulk model to reduce the equipment costs as well.
Vaibhav, sorry, I took a little more time. Over to you.
No issues. Tamil Nadu government has released an application which is on the same concept, that the health worker who is working remotely on behalf of government, he clicks the photograph, uploads the image goes to the government doctor, he analyzes those images, and then he tells that yes, the cataract is there or not. Plus, in that application itself, then that person gets registered in the queue, and it is the responsibility of the government that within 30 days they have to operate upon that person. and the accuracy of that app is around 91%. This is what I was reading somewhere a few days ago. So, have you gone through this article earlier? If not, then you can please go
Right.
through it.
So
That
yes,
is
sir.
point number one.
Yeah. I think our team went through this article as well. So the idea was developed from that angle because these were models that were taking place, and I think that integrating AI into the model was the main idea behind this, because this turnaround time would reduce a lot if we are training the models continuously, and that's why the idea came from there. That with that the accuracy rates will improve with time, and we can also provide support to a lot more patients. That way the scale will be larger.
What is the name of that application? Do you remember? Just out of curiosity. Okay. And there are various free mobile eye clinics run by many NGOs, including Reliance. So, how you are going to be profitable if you are going to charge the poor people for this service? Because, and what are the various input costs? Have you considered that how much a doctor will cost? How you have arrived at 700 rupees as the cost of the operation? Will you be profitable? If yes, then what will be the payback period? So I think you need to work upon these aspects.
Yes, so we have kind of developed at around, so taking our SOM, which is around 1.6 to 1.7 million, and taking that initial conversion for our the users that went go through the surgery would be around 40%. At a, we are talking about a scale when the company is at a large scale. Then if we see that, then at 700, I think we provide the graph of our revenue generation for around 5 years. The point that you mentioned about surgeries at 700, I think one of my teammates mentioned that that would happen at when we are fully implementing our solution at scale. So we would be doing solutions, surgeries concurrently at multiple surgeries at one point via multiple mobile surgery units. The other aspect about profitability in the sense is that, sir, I think the target customer, that is the rural poor, I think we would integrate the Ayushman Bharat healthcare plan there, wherein the our solution would be integrated into the insurance plan of the of Ayushman Bharat. So the subsidized rates would come into play, and so the currently it's 700. Perhaps going on further, the rates also might reduce. And while we work at a scale, the production costs for us would also reduce. So more or less, we would be turning profitable.
What are the various approvals you will require from the medical association for approval of this app?
So currently, we have not researched on that, but currently our plan is to initiate a pilot at the district of Madhubani in Bihar in collaboration with the Red Cross International Organization. We have informally connected and had an initial talk with Dr. Girish Pandey, who heads that division at Madhubani. So we would be sort of starting with an NGO, and then going forward, we'd look at how we tie up with the government organizations.
Idea is really good, and I really hope that you build upon it. And good luck to the team.
All the
Thank you,
best.
sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Team Mavericks, for such an amazing idea presentation. Moving on, as you know, as the jury deliberates, here's another fun trivia question about Reliance to keep our audience engaged here. All right, we have our winner here. Laksh, you have guessed it right. Please reach out to us on our social media handles or write it to us at support@unstock.com. Moving on, I'd now like to call upon our last team for this elimination round, Team Disruptive Thinkers from NMIMS Bangalore.
Greetings, panel. I'm Kavya on behalf of Disruptive Thinkers, here to present our idea. So, our idea goes by the name EcoFund. So, why EcoFund and what does EcoFund mean? Ecophone basically translates to furniture which is eco-friendly. So why furniture that is eco-friendly specifically? So we are actually looking forward to modeling furnitures from old discarded waste, which includes e-waste. So now why we are including e-waste in the equation? India is, believe it or not, the third largest producer of e-waste in the whole world. And India's e-waste has increased by a whopping 162% since 2012. So this brings in the need of the heart to convert the e-waste into something which is more productive in a way which does not affect the environment of our country. So, coming to the business model of EcoFun, upcycling e-waste and broken furniture is something which would disrupt the market right now, which is not currently being carried out that extensively in our country. And we are also planning to introduce online platforms on pop-up stores through which customers can see and experience and feel how the furniture is before they decide to buy it. And this is also a good idea because currently people and customers in general and public in general are becoming more environment conscious and are more thinking about what carbon footprint they leave behind. So in that aspect, introducing eco furniture would be a very good idea. We are also looking forward to building corporate partnerships with many companies who are the ones who actually contribute to the e-waste. So when we are in a direct relationship with them, we can source the e-waste directly from them, which would also be beneficial for us in terms of cost. And apart from that, coming to the financial projections of the projection of our idea, we are currently just planning to sticking to a single city in India to see how our product works and what sort of a market reach it has, and then develop upon it accordingly. So right now, I think that Bangalore, the IT hub of the country, the IT capital of country, Silicon Valley of India, would be the perfect choice with regard to reaching out to customers. Here, most of the techies live, and they know what sort of an impact e-waste has on the country. So, targeting those sort of customers who are who want to use sustainable products and who want to be environment friendly and eco friendly would be beneficial for us. And here we also have the option of targeting some premium customers through which we can actually set a higher profit margin through which we can accomplish this idea.
Hi, team, you can start your presentation.
Uh, Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
A very good afternoon to each and everyone present here. We are Team Disruptive Thinkers, and we have come up with an brilliant idea of ecophone, the life, the lifestyle which we all need and which we thrive for. Uh, to add one thing, I have two of my team members are traveling and they won't be able to switch on their webcam, like if that will be possible. So why we chose this? It happens to be because India is the third largest producer of e-waste after US and China. We have seen that today in today's world that half of the population, the world population happens to be more than 8 billion, and half of the population owns a smartphone or an electronic device. So each and every day, people are discarding their old phones and buying a new one, or maybe discarding their electronic devices such as computers, laptops, or anything, and buying a new one. And so the e-wastes are increasing, and there is no proper recycling method for these e-wastes. We can use this e-waste by uh, converting it into furnitures, which will be helpful in the long run, as well as it is a new medium to invest. That we will talk about later in the other slide. So, as mentioned earlier, it happens to be a futuristic vision. It is solving a real world problem as more and more people are buying electronic devices. So, the recycling method, or maybe the problems that the country is facing, the world is facing, is going up. And this happens to be a practical and scalable problem because practical as because if we recycle those into furnitures, it will be helpful to the people as well as the country, to the people, as they will be able to keep their own devices. For example, there is a connection when I purchased my first phone. I had a connection with that because I purchased it from my own money, or maybe my father gifted it, so I would be able to keep it with me for a lifetime. And it is also because of the growing environmental awareness. As we have seen, the world is moving towards the attaining sustainability, reducing carbon footprints, and many other measures. So these are the reasons why we wanted ecophone to grow. So our business model will be like upcycling e-waste, broken furniture procurement. We will procure the e-waste from the companies. It will help the companies by doing CSR and ESG. The second happens to be we will connect with small kabadiwalas and local e-waste collectors. They will help us in collecting those materials and segregating them. Next happens to be we will do direct to consumer sales from our website, and we will also tie up with some premium stores which will help us sell our furnitures. And then we have the subscription and maintenance services. In this, there is also a service which we will include for our investors, which happens to be investing lease, which will help us reduce our inventory model asset, and it will make our business an asset light model, as we will take investment for the uh, furnitures from some particular HNIs and small HNI, big HNIs and small HNIs, which will help them invest in those furnitures, and it will reduce our capex. And this is the financial plan which we are looking for the first year, maybe in the first month or and in the first year, basically. That's it.
Can you just let us know, have you analyzed your competitor landscape?
Good afternoon, sir.
So yes, sir. We
Yes,
yes,
Kavya, you can
Pratik, you
continue.
continue. I'll answer. Yes, so sorry, my background is a bit noisy. I'm traveling because so I can't help it. So we have analyzed our competitive landscape because in India we have a lot of already existing big furniture players like Durable, etc. We have Teak and Oak. We have these furniture players, but we think that in the premium segment, like going for example Pepperfry, these people would be our competitors. But when we are looking, but we are targeting at a specific niche, and as of now, no one has tapped into the niche of turning e-waste into furniture or refurbishing furniture per se.
Have you checked something called Scrap Shala? Check it out. They are also into the
Yes,
same
sir.
business, upscaling the.
I looked into refurbishing all furniture. I had seen that, sir.
Right. So how are you? What is your business model like? So from where would you generate revenue?
So, coming to that question, we would generate our revenue from multiple sources. One happens to be, as I mentioned in while presenting, one happens to be investing lease, which will come in the later stage of the business, but that will also be a model of our revenue generation, which will help us generate revenue by leasing out the particular furnitures. For example, an investor will be able to invest in a particular furniture, for example, maybe an almirah, maybe chair, sofa, or something. Then the second happens to be the customization. We will bring customization in the furnitures, maybe like by using the name tags, or maybe some ribbons means the wires and all, which were there in that particular device of a customer. And the third thing that happens to be our revenue generation model can be like we will sell the electronic items which will be get from the companies and like from our local collectors. Then we will segregate it, and like the items will be there, some of the items which we can't use directly in the business, for example batteries, because they are hazardous, so we will sell them, or maybe we will like discard them. That happens to be one more thing. uh, and yes, till now like we have this of the things like we have thought about.
Okay. How big do you think is the leasing market for used furniture in the country?
So currently, people are tapping into this market. It happens to be a growing market. It is growing at a rate of 24 to 29% CAGR, as people are looking for more mediums of investing. Because like currently we have some few asset classes which happens to be equities, gold, bonds, and other few like NFTs, wallets, courses, and like this market is growing at 20%, 15 to 20% CAGR, but the ease investing as in furnitures is growing at 24 to 29% CAGR.
Okay, right. Vaibhav, over to you.
Yeah, so once you have collected this e-waste, then what is the next step? What will you do? How will you do? What is the process of manufacturing?
Uh, so once we have collected this e-waste, the first thing that we will do is we will segregate the items, because hello, am I audible?
Yeah,
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 yeah, we
please
can
go
hear.
ahead.
Right. So first we will segregate the items, because we will have to segregate the items like batteries and like screens, electronic wires and all. We will have to segregate them. Then the second thing that happens to be, then we will collect those items. For example, they are plastic equipments. They are plastic equipments, iron equipments in the electronic devices. We will collect them and we will recycle those, so that we will be able to make sheets of them, and then we will transfer it into an furniture.
So have you also considered scenario wherein you directly, go to those companies who are currently collecting the e-waste? Then you can only, collect that material which is suitable for your furniture making. Why to go into this business of, collecting the waste from various people? Because there are already e-waste collecting companies in India. Why not contact them directly and take what you want?
Yes, sir, absolutely, sir. That would have been a great idea. We also thought about it, but that would have been a little costly for our company, as they would have charged us an higher amount, because they are already giving us a segregated parts. But if we go to local collectors, they will help us with the direct parts, and they that will make it less cheaper. Hence, we will get a profit margin, good profit margin from that. It will be little time consuming, but on the same time.
So have you analyzed the market? I mean, do you have this kind of skill set labor available in India?
Sorry, sir. Can you please repeat the question?
Have you checked the kind of skill sets which are required to make furniture out of e-waste, and what kind of skill set you will require if that kind of skill set is available in India? What kind of machines will be required? From where you will get those machines?
So coming up to the machines, we will have to source the machines from China, as because in China there are a few companies who make the machines for recycling electronic wastes. So, and that will be cheaper. We also have machines that are produced in India, but that will be costlier, same. Then coming to the labors, we will be requiring both skilled and unskilled labors. So we will be able to get both the labors in India as well as from our neighboring countries, uh, because we have seen that in India, as the population is growing, even the people are becoming better and better at with their skills, and people are tapping new markets to enter with their skill set and use them. So yes, we will be able to do both.
And
What
along
is
with
what do
that,
you think?
so
Sorry, sir, please continue.
No, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Along with that, we would also look for talent who have engineering skills and designing skills, obviously. And apart from that, we would look for people who are trained in waste management. And coming to the machinery part, we would require disassembly machines and machines to work with glass and metalworking machines. And these sort of other machineries are what we think which is required till now to our limited knowledge. So yes, sir.
So have you done any financial study that what will be your cost of setting up this factory? What will be your payback period? What kind of clientele you will attract? Because this is already being done in the Western countries. So what kind of people are buying these furnitures? Are they rich or middle income group? So
So, sir,
have you done this study?
basically, yes, sir, we have done an initial like financial planning for the business. So basically, in the start, or maybe like people are not aware of this thing in India. So only the HNI is like big people, the rich people will be able to invest in this. Will be able to afford the furnitures, but later on, as our business will grow, we will try to scale it up, and we will try to make it affordable for the middle income segment people also. So basically, we have done some research on the financial planning for our business. So if everything goes right, and with our projections which we have taken about the cost of the machine and the labors, the marketing, branding, and all which will be required for our business, we believe that it will take nearly 4 months for our business to break even at the initial cost, and the at if we sell those minimum amount of quantities each and every month.
And sir,
So when
initially
you
we're just planning to target city specific to improve scale up after that. So, for example, if we are taking Bangalore, we are looking for the clientele only in Bangalore, the premium segment in Bangalore. So our production also will be very low according to that. Again, because of the premium segment, we also like to add the element of scarcity to make to sorry sir for our product to uh, in the way that our product would appear in the market. So initially our thing is not as a big of a factory setup, more like a workshop is what we are planning. So that is why our financial plan is in this way. But later on I mean, this is a very rudimentary financial plan what we have, but we are planning it on improving it and making it more detailed.
and what is this subscription and repair services? Why would I need subscription for?
So, sir, basically, this happens to be, for example, the customized product which we will be providing to the customers, and some of the furnitures which we will be selling to them. So they would require a proper cleaning and proper maintenance. So this might not be done by the people, the local people, the people who come at our home for cleaning and all. So we will provide a subscription and a maintenance service for this. That was the main logic behind putting it in this way.
Okay, thank you. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving us an opportunity to present our ideas.
Thank you, Team Disruptive Thinkers, for an insightful idea presentation. And a huge round of applause for all the participating teams. The diversity of innovative ideas presented in this round is truly impressive. Today's contest has raised the stakes, promising an even more thrilling journey ahead. Now, as you know, the winners of today's elimination round will be stepping into the semi-finals of T.U.P Season X, where you will be battling against winners of other elimination rounds. Now, as we build a suspense around today's winners and runner up, you will have to hold on to your excitement just a little longer. Rest assured, the results will be announced on our social media handles shortly. So keep those notifications turned on. As we wrap up this elimination round, we would want to extend a heartfelt gratitude to the jury for their insightful questions on all the ideas presented today. A big thank you to the audience and the participating teams for creating such an interactive and exciting event with your visionary ideas. You were all fabulous. With that, this is me, Neenal, signing off for today. Do keep following us on our social media handles and stay tuned for further updates. We shall see you real soon at the T.U.P Season X semifinals. Until then, take care and have a great weekend.